All right, hey, ladies and gentlemen, all across the globe, welcome to another edition of I Am Magazine Men's Division. This is the Man Cave, but today we got an awesome individual here with us, one of the co-founders of the I Am Magazine. We got Miss Jennifer Thompson with us today. Jennifer, thank you so much for joining us today. Appreciate you. How are you today, ma'am?
Hello, how are you? I'm doing wonderful. Thank you for having me here today. I am very happy to be here.
Oh, thank you so much for your time today. Hey, guys, this is for you. Even though we have Jennifer on, she's one of the founders. We always invite the founders and co-founders on to be with us, guys. But this is the Man Cave. This is just for you guys. We're going to be talking about some updates, news, topics, and information today. And Jennifer will be joining me today, guys. I am Kevin Vaughan, director of the I Am Magazine Men's Division. But also, ladies and gentlemen, there is a women's side as well. And you can go to iammagazine.com for more information there. But just to give, first of all, Jennifer, I'm going to give them a little idea what we'll be talking about today, and also for your benefit. First of all, we're going to be talking to Jennifer on what she's been doing for the past 60 days or so, because we haven't talked in a while, but she's been busy behind the scenes. We're going to be talking about the anthology from the magazine. Guys, we're going to talk about that today. Had that on my list today. We're also going to be talking about you guys out there becoming a contributor, a sponsor, a writer. We're going to talk about being a featured on the magazine as well. We're also going to talk about articles, guys, today, podcasts, being on the podcast with me. We're going to talk about also mental health today, Jennifer. This last few weeks has been very interesting, and a lot of men's subjects have been coming up with this mental health and also emotions and so forth that's affecting men all across the globe. So we're going to talk about that a little more extensively. I've got some great notes that we're going to talk about briefly. Now, guys, I am not a doctor and neither is Jennifer. So we'll put that disclaimer out there, but we're going to have some guests on to talk about these areas on how to not only recognize issues with men's mental health and wellness, but also how the solutions as well. It's going to be very, very important. So, Jennifer, first of all, let us know how you've been doing with the magazine, some updates, anything you'd like to share with us today.
Absolutely wonderful. Thank you very much. Our May issue just released yesterday. You will be able to find the ladies' I Am magazine, the Spanish magazine, as well as the men's division magazine on our website. And I invite you all to read it. Each of these magazines are very inspirational, and each story brings to the table a lesson. If you are looking to be inspired, empowered, and transformed, this is where you need to go. Our magazine, we have been doing this magazine for the last 6 years. However, the men's magazine is a new edition starting in January, and it has been incredible. The contributors that we have in each one of these magazines are experts in their field. They give some sound advice, and we'd love for you to come and subscribe and be part of this movement. We believe very strongly that everybody has a story, and your story matters, and this is why we have put this magazine together. Having said that, we are now have this beautiful book that it's an anthology. We are promoting our anthology. It's an anthology with 20 different authors. We are still looking for 5 more additional contributors to this book. Becoming is not a destination. It is a decision. It is an anthology of lived transformation. So if you have a story where you have found yourself that the situation is not what you want, and that there's need for change. And we always talk about this, Kevin, where we go through life and sometimes these things happen in life. And I just learned this term that is called life quake. And these are situations that happen often in our lives. Sometimes are positive, sometimes are negatives, but this life changes the situation of who we are at the moment that we encounter them. So becoming a decision, it's about that. Each chapter, each author is telling us about their life quake and what was going in their lives, the beliefs that they had and how they had to change to grow. Because the truth is that we only grow under pressure. If if everything's still, there's no growth in it. So when things are difficult, that's when we grow in our lives, in our personal, in our emotional intelligence, in the way that we conduct ourselves. So each story talks a little bit about that, what it was going on in their lives, what was the catalyst, and what changes happen in their lives to be who they are today. So that's the becoming. The most important part here is the decision, because becoming is not just a destination. It is the decision to change. It's the acknowledgement of the things that you have to change. And this book talks about that. But what makes this anthology different from other anthologies is that every single story will end with a prompt or a reflection, an action per se, something that will prompt the person to the reader to make a change in their situation, in their lives. And every story is unique in different ways, and it's going to be an incredible tool for anybody that wants to grow, to understand their feelings and see where they are now. Because sometimes even the stories are different. The feelings that are generated through that messy middle are the same. So that's the idea with this anthology. We want it to be a strong tool for those people that find themselves in a growing situation. Those are the things that are coming up. And like I said, I'm still looking for 5 different contributors for this anthology. They can reach us in our website to get a little bit more information about it. We're doing coaching one-on-one to help you with your story. We do all the marketing. We have podcasts lined up. We have a whole marketing team that will walk you through the process of how we're taking this incredible anthology from thought to reality with Laquita Parks from PayProV. And of course, bring this book to become the bestseller, an international bestseller through IM platforms.
Fantastic. Wow. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, if you're just joining us, this is the co-founder, Jennifer Thompson, ladies and gentlemen. She's one of my business partners here as IM Magazine, and so excited for her time today. You know, guys, she mentioned something very important. This is for the guys, even though Jennifer's with us today. We want everybody on the planet from A to Z, all the guys, doctors, lawyers, you guys are pediatricians, right? Pharmacists, whatever you do, you have a story. And Jennifer, you mention this all the time. Everybody on the planet has a story. I don't care if you're building airplanes, flying airplanes, you know, whatever. You may be a great daddy, right? A great granddaddy, right? You are a farmer. Whatever you do, guys, we want to hear from you on the IM Magazine Men's Division Network, guys. This is the podcast today. This is where we highlight men all across the globe, Jennifer, as you know. But guys, we are searching for you. I know we've had some guys that signed up for the network, I believe as well, Jennifer, in the last, 30 days or so. So we're going to continue to reach out to you guys on LinkedIn specifically, of course, Twitter, Instagram, all the above. So I'm coming after you guys, okay? We're coming after you guys, not just once a month, but throughout the weeks to come, we're going to hit you guys up as well. So we're so thankful that Jennifer's here today to share some information. Her and her wonderful sisters are co-founders. You can find everything on the site, guys. Just go to the website, guys, for more information and more details. And also, too, you can contact me directly if you guys need to. So that's wonderful. Well, you know, one thing, Jennifer, I've been encouraging men to do is become a contributor, a sponsor, and also be featured on the magazine. So that is exciting. I know that's growing. I think you mentioned that already, but we are looking for featured men to be on the cover of the magazine between now and the end of the year and years to come. So I'm looking forward to that. Any comments there about that, Jennifer? Because we are still scouring the world for those guys on the magazine.
Absolutely, and you know, the feature being on the cover of IM Magazine gives you so much recognition across the globe.
That part right there. Yeah.
Absolutely. And this is a digital magazine. It is free to the reader. You know that all you have to have is a connection to the internet to read it across the globe. We have over 179,000 subscribers that receive the magazine across the globe. And all of these people are able to connect with you. We believe that your story is the best way for people to remember you. So the person that is on the cover not only has access to all of subscribers through our newsletters and through the magazine that they receive, but we're telling your story, or you are telling the story, because it's your narrative, it's your story. So we want to make sure that you are controlling your narrative on the inside story. We on addition to that, we are preparing all this content that you can share on your social media, and we share it as well in our social media to support you in distributing your story across the globe. Here is the thing that a lot of people miss. This feature is something that you can use for many years to come as an opportunity to open doors. The same way that you see something that as seen on TV, which, by the way, we do have a TV show through Sandra TV that is aired in Roku, Fire TV, Hulu, and Apple TV. So that is another opportunity that we have that we can combine with you on the cover. So you can be not only on social media, you can be featured on the magazine of the cover and have your inside story with all your links there. It's a click and play situation. We are also able to put you on TV, so you can have that third-party validation, not only on TV, but on print, social media. And this is not only a local publication, it is a worldwide publication. It's a digital magazine that expands to everywhere. And if you take a look at what we're doing on our social media, I am sure you have seen it. We're on YouTube. We are on LinkedIn and TikTok and Instagram, Facebook. You can find us everywhere. So this is not a small platform. It is a massive ecosystem that will help you become internationally well-known as an influencer, as an expert on your field.
I love it. I love it. Hey, guys, you hear what Jennifer just mentioned. I want to segue into, guys, we want you to write an article, okay? You guys can write an article. Some of you guys are not writing right now, okay? I want you to do that. Now, those who are already writing, we want you to submit your writings as well. We'll talk about topics that help men, okay? You know, maybe you're a great dad, right? Maybe you know how to fix cars a certain way, whatever, how to raise teenagers today. How about that one, Jennifer, today as well? Or how to save money, right? We talk about money, talk about business, education, technology, and training. Guys, we're after you. We're coming after you guys. So I want you to consider, guys, to write an article in the magazine. Also, you become on the podcast, guys. Now we're getting so large, Jennifer. We can't just do once a month. So we're going to do recordings throughout the weeks to come, and then we'll post it as we need to as well. But I can't wait once a month because there's so many guys that want to be on the program, and we know their schedules are different. So we're going to get you guys when we can catch you. Okay. So guys, contact me for the podcast so we can record you as quick as possible and go live even if it's during the week. We'll do that as well. And on top of that, Jennifer talked about the magazine, guys. We want you on the cover of the magazine under the men's division. So, and you may, guess what, guys, you may not want to do that, but guess what? You can nominate or you can refer other men. Right? We got doctors, Jennifer, around the world. We got all kind of great people, lawyers, right? We got people influence. We're talking about actors, celebrities, all the above. Matter of fact, I just contacted a celebrity interviewer in California. I will be talking to her this week about, bringing some more men to our network. So she's got a tremendous network, Jennifer. I'm going to be talking to her about some referrals. I want to ask her for all the referrals she has so we can get some more men in this network. And then we're going to also talk about anything related to jobs, guys, careers for men. Some guys need a job, right? I found out, Jennifer, some guys want to know, well, what do I need to do to get my education up or certification? And also, too, Jennifer, we've been talking about AI training. Also so important today to get a certificate in AI, to learn more about that. You can do all that, guys, through our network here. But I want you guys to share that information with us on the network. That's what we want you to do. We want you to bring your topics, bring your information as well on top of that. So I'm excited, Jennifer. We just got to do more work. We'll get to work a little more and bring you guys in. But guys, I want you to be a part of that. And I want you to go to the magazine today after the broadcast, check it out. Say, hey, Kev, I want to be featured. You go basically click on more information there, guys, and you'll get all the details that you need as well. But we are going after you. I don't care if you're in Asia, guys, in Africa, in UK, in Norway. We got some contacts in Norway. And of course, we got people in Canada. We got some more people in Canada we're working with as well. But guys, I want you to contact this is your network, guys. This is your network for the men. This is your Man Cave podcast with Kevin Vaughan as part of the men's division for I Am Magazine. I am so excited about that, Jennifer, and thank you so much for working with you today on this subject. Oh, wow.
My pleasure. My pleasure. I'm very excited about the men's division. It's growing so fast. It has such a great welcoming. And you know, now when in this society that we are so, in reality, something that has happened forever, where men are encased in these societal expectations, and you know, men shouldn't cry, men are supposed to be strong, men are supposed to be. They are put in this frame, in this circle, in this box where they cannot get out of there. And all of a sudden, we are seeing how men need the support from everybody else, you know. And we're talking about here not only on the business sense of it, on friendship part of it, but also on the mental illness part of it. But because of the stigma in the societal expectations, they are unable to talk to other people about how they feel. And that's what we want to bring with I Am Magazine. That's what we want to bring with Becoming a Decision. We want to get that societal borders demolished for men to feel comfortable to talk about how they feel, to find the support that they need, and grow, not on their own, but to find that tribe, to find that supporting group that they can be themselves, that they can share their feelings, and that they can get some guidance, because they're not the only ones feeling this way.
That's right. And it affects, as you know, Jennifer, it affects our families, right? It affects our wives, it affects our children, obviously grandchildren and so forth as well. And Jennifer, I want to mention to the guys, keep in mind, guys, you don't have to use your name, okay? I understand some things are so personal. Some guys don't want to use their name. We understand it, but we want you to be able to document your concerns, right? And the areas that you have interest in. You could be anonymous if you want to do that because of the sensitivity of your life. We understand that. We respect that as well. So keep that in mind, guys. You don't have to have your name on everything. You just may need ear. You may need some help. Every time, if you call me, guys, it's going to be confidential anyway. If we talk as men to men, be confidential. The goal is to get you the help, right? Get you some direction. And as we talk about that, Jennifer, I want to segue into that real quickly. Guys, we are not doctors, but there's information out there, okay? One of the areas, as we segue into mental health, guys, and also to where you can get help at, I want you to, guys, if you have an emergency, right, you got to hit 911. No doubt about that. 911 is your emergency number. If you have a mental issue or some crises going on, even right now, call 911. People say, I just need a little help. I don't know where to go. Hit that 911 button. But guys, if you know you have some anxiety, you have some areas of mental concern, you have to go to 988. 988 is the mental health lifeline. Guys, that's the hotline. I understand, Jennifer, it is 24/7. So guys, the goal is to talk, okay? Talk, and your stuff will not be all over the internet as well when you call these hotline numbers. So 911 for emergencies, and 988, guys, if you have an area where you just need to talk to somebody. I had somebody last week, they just wanted to talk. They didn't want me to talk. Just listen to me, you know.
And that's all. That's all somebody needs. Sometimes it's just, you know, you have bottled things so much in your chest that all you need is somebody to listen and to just be there for you. They don't want you to fix the world for them. They just need to talk.
That's right.
I want to thank Aubrey's the comment. You know, I'm so glad that you are listening to the show right now. So Aubrey, we welcome you to come and visit our magazine and to get involved on this. So read and let us know, how do you like it? Give us some feedback. Let us know how can we improve and serve the community better.
Absolutely. And guys, I want you to know too, guys, that if you guys are professionals, because we want you certified now. You got to be certified or doctor in your field, PhD and above. We want to hear from you as well. You're welcome to come on the program. Keep in mind, we do this once a month, but we're going to actually bring people in throughout the week, guys. So your schedules, I know your schedules are busy. If you're like me, we are super busy doing what we do to build our networks. But I want you guys to call me, contact me so we can set you up. We can record it, Jennifer. We can record you guys anytime. I don't care if it's 3 o'clock in the morning, if that's what it takes. The goal is to record you, and then we can push this out on our platforms, guys, in the future as well. But Jennifer, we're going to hit some of the areas. Now, guys, we're going to talk about some of the areas. Now, if you're qualified, I want you guys to let us know. You can talk to us in the magazine about these topics. One is depression is a big area for us, guys. Jennifer already knows this. Depression is hitting us all across the globe, guys. So I want to hear from you guys about this area. If you think you're having that, keep in mind, you don't have to give your name, but if you just want to talk about it and that type of thing. And how that comes out sometime in depression is through anger. Guys, we got to learn to manage our anger better, right? There's nothing wrong with being angry. It's just how we respond, right, to certain things, right? So that's one area that's been hit. If we're irritable, for some reason, if we have any irritability for whatever reason, that needs to be dealt with, guys. And the other area, these are some of the top ones from the network here. And then overworking and withdrawal. Now, we know, Jennifer, men love to work. We work with men who work, and they want to take care of their families. They love their wife, but they're just overwhelmed. They're trying to take care of this, take care of that. The pipes broke. The roof needs refixing, all the above. The kitchen needs to be replaced or something, not just the stove, but the whole kitchen. So we understand the challenges that men go through each and every day, but you got to be able to talk, guys. That's the key. You got to be able to talk to another man and a professional person or just a good friend, right? Sometimes it's just a good friend. Now, keep in mind, guys, you may have good relationships with your wife, with your sisters, brothers, family members. Do that, obviously, because some people, Jennifer, as you know, can talk to family members and still get good results, which is great. Now, those who need outside help, that's a whole nother level. That's where your 988 comes in at, guys, to help you in that area as well. Another area I wrote down too, Jennifer, wrote just for time's sake, is that I hate to even bring it up, but some men are thinking about committing suicide. And guys, we have to, when you're thinking like that, you got to call 988. This is very serious, because we've had some issues in the last couple of weeks where men have taken not only their life, but their family's life. I can't even understand why anybody would do that. Why would you take your own children's life and your wife's life and then take yours? I mean, that's pretty deep stuff there, Jennifer, as you know. So guys.
That is true mental illness right there.
Very deep. Yeah, very, very deep. We don't take it.
Recognize you have to recognize the symptoms of this deepening depression and not only for yourself but the people that are around you. Be aware. Sometimes we become a little self-absorbed and we don't recognize other people's suffering because we have our own problems. But a little empathy goes a long way. If you notice a coworker, a friend, a family member that is struggling with everyday things, just getting out of bed. Sometimes it's not even that. I've seen depression manifest itself in different ways. Sometimes you see somebody that is functional, but they are not interacting very well with other people, or they avoid social situations. They go to work and they come home and they just go through the motions of the everyday needs. But really, when they come into their own space, they don't want to talk to anybody. They don't want to socialize. They don't want to go out and find joy in life. Let's recognize that. Let's have a little empathy. And when you see something not right, when you have empathy for others, you tend to be receptive to this. And when you see something's going on, make the time. I'm not telling you, dedicate a whole day, but ask, how are you doing? No, truly, really, how are you doing? Tell me about your day. What is going on in your life? Just something that they can feel that somebody cares, that somebody is paying attention. And sometimes that is enough for that person to open up or to seek advice or to seek professional help.
Yeah.
to do something different in their lives that will create a change. So it's
Yeah.
important. I
Yeah.
always encourage people to have a little empathy.
Right.
When you
Right.
find somebody, I know, because now the stress of everything, that the kind of world that we're living on, there's
Right.
a lot of people that are very stressed. And sometimes you
Right.
see somebody that is really upset at the store, and
Right. Right.
they're angry and things like that.
Yeah. Right.
Um, and the truth is, they are not angry at you. They're angry
Right.
at something in their lives.
Right.
Something in their life is
Yeah.
making them angry, and they're projecting that anger.
Yeah.
And I always feel like I am so sorry, because that person hasn't been able to talk to anybody
Right.
about whatever is bugging them.
Yeah.
Misery loves company.
Right.
If you're miserable, you
Yeah.
tend to create misery in other people.
Right.
So
Absolutely.
that's when my empathy kicks in. And
Yeah.
we are very quick to judge, and we're
Right.
very quick to criticize, or
Right. Right.
or get riled up right away.
Right. Right.
Um, I like to breathe in
Yeah.
and say, okay, this person is going through something difficult. They have
Mm-hmm.
not brought it out of their system. They're
Right.
just,
Yeah.
reflecting that anger
Yeah.
into somebody
Yeah.
else, into something
Yeah.
else, into something completely useless,
Right.
unrelated, something that doesn't even carry weight.
Right. Right. That's
That is
powerful.
why they're so angry,
Right.
you
Right.
know.
Yeah.
And anger is just as much as a depression symptom as not
Right.
being able to get out of bed.
Absolutely. That's powerful. Hey, guys, we're talking to Jennifer Thompson. We're talking on the I Am Magazine Men's Division podcast. This is our Man Cave, guys. But we're talking about mental health today because it's been such a big topic around the globe, not just in the United States, but she hit on some key areas. One thing I found out, Jennifer, that I cannot take it personally. People are going through a lot of stuff today. And don't take it personally. Now, they may take it out on you, but don't take it personally because a lot of times y'all don't even know who you are. Why are you talking to me like that? That type of thing. But like she said, have some empathy, have some compassion, but most of all, have some patience with people that are just going through stuff. I found out one day, a guy just lost his mom, and he was just angry at everything. And I can understand some of that, but you can't take it out on him if he just lost his mom. It's just the way he expresses himself. But we have to just be cognizant, if you will, Jennifer, as you said, and be aware that people are just going through stuff. Sometimes you just be quiet. Don't say nothing to them. Just be quiet. Let them vent. But you have to recognize that, guys. That's the key right there. I cannot retaliate. Don't want to, do things that sometimes we get a little physical. You can't do that either. We don't get physical. Sometimes we see so much of that. Everyone wants to do something to somebody else. Well, why are you doing that? You don't have to do that to somebody else all the time. You may just need to listen, or how about this? Just walk away. That may help. And sometimes you may have to walk away with your back to, with your eyes, behind you, but you just walk away. Anyway, that's so
Yes.
important.
Don't
Amen.
escalate, for sure. Don't
Exactly.
escalate. And you never know to what degree that the anger is on that person. You don't know if they are armed. You don't know none of these things. So we are in a time on this world where we must be watchful.
Right.
And
Exactly.
before you could escalate something and walk away.
Yeah.
Nowadays you can't escalate and think that things will calm down after that. The level of anger and depression and frustration, economically, emotionally, in so many different ways, does something to people's minds. And in the anger, they want to blame someone, something. Take it off on something. Don't escalate. Walk away if you can. And one of the things that I notice is when I see somebody that is like very angry, I try to make a positive comment. How pretty your shoes are, so pretty. How are you doing today? Even if I don't know them. Oh, what a beautiful day is going on today. Oh, you got any plans for today? What are you doing on this beautiful day? Or, oh my God, the weather is so much better.
Change the subject.
Today.
Yeah,
Change the subject and refocus it into something different, And when you do that, it just de-escalate things.
Mm-hmm,
That
mm-hmm.
person all of a sudden brings their anxieties down a little bit when they see a
Yeah.
friendly conversation.
Right, right, exactly, Jeff. I love it. And it could be as much as, hey, let's go get ice cream together, coffee, whatever, whatever you can do. Use your wonderful imagination, but use wisdom, of course. Not everybody wants you to take them out to get ice cream, but that's okay. But the point is, you change the subject, as Jennifer mentioned earlier. That was brilliant there, Jennifer. I like that one as well. Hey, also, too, guys, we're going to be working with Jennifer to get licensed people, qualified people to talk about how do you de-escalate properly. And how do you, recognize? That's the big thing. I think, Jennifer, we just don't know how to recognize certain things in people, over the years. So for whatever reason, we just don't know how to, even in our own homes, how do we recognize, mom or dad or sister and brother getting a little crazy on us? We don't know we don't know it. Oh, that's just them. No, it's not just them. Did they do that before? No, not necessarily. Well, something's changing, right? All of a sudden they're mad at everybody in the family, especially the ones, Jennifer, that get mad at their own parents. I said, I don't like that one. That's what I don't like. But anyway, they get mad at their own parents. So something's wrong with that picture. When children don't like their parents, that's something wrong, folks. And guys, we got to deal with that professionally, best way. And so you're going to be seeing more of that coming up because we really have to address this area. Another area too, Jennifer, that we guys, as we talk about today with Jennifer, mental illness and wellness as well. Another area is substance abuse, guys. That's a big area. We got a lot of guys who drink, trying to drink their life away a little bit. In some cases, drugs. We discourage that 100%. And we encourage you again to get some help, guys, in that area. Once again, that hotline number is 988 because we are not doctors. We're just sharing information and data that shows globally where men are at today. And I'm sure a lot of women already know where men are at today, from different perspectives. So we want to encourage you guys to, look at if you're over drinking, right, over drugging things, you need to consider getting some help. That's the purpose of the Man Cave today, guys. This really hit my heart this week because there's so many people that were affected by this. In some cases, men took their whole families out, and unacceptable. But we got to be able to get involved as much as we can. And that's the thing, Jennifer, you can't get involved in everybody's business, obviously, no doubt about that. But we got to be able to recognize certain things. And we can at least call somebody, say, well, I think they're doing something wrong. Maybe they got some guns, blazing in the house. You need to call somebody like immediately if you see that. Now, that's kind of hard because you don't want to get in people's business all the time, right? So you got to use a little wisdom there. But there is a 911 call and there's a 988 call, guys. So our goal is to be cognizant and be aware, as Jennifer mentioned, just be aware of what's going on in our surroundings.
Of your surroundings.
Yeah, exactly. And I also encourage women too, Jennifer, to also be looking around as much as possible when you're out by yourself. Just look around, make sure you know what's going on so nobody comes up, surprises you for any reason, right? So it's so important. And we know, not get on this subject, but we know we got to watch our children today too as well. So don't let your children just be off anywhere without you knowing where they are, because there's some issues there going on with, child theft, people stealing children and all this crazy stuff. So guys, we got to be aware of that. We got to protect our children, but also we got to protect ourselves as well. I love it. Another area, guys, that Jennifer mentioned was stress, right? From the job, right? From the business, from life pressures. And Jennifer, that one, boy, some of these you just have to go through because that's just part of life. There's not like a class for this, as well. So guys, we want you to get help. If you just feel overstressed, you can contact me, guys. We can talk on the phone. And if not, you can call 988 or 911 to get some help. Or if you guys know a professional psychiatrist, psychiatrist, you can go to that as well. I know a lot of people can't afford that because I think it's like $200, maybe $300 an hour in some cases, Jennifer. And that's a lot of reasons why we don't go. Yeah.
And some insurances don't cover it. Some people don't have insurance. But, the nice thing is that you can find nonprofit groups that offer this kind of mental help or even counseling. And when it comes to stress to work, you also, as human beings, we like to worry about things that we cannot control.
Right.
So, I'm 56 years old. I have gone through many jobs. I have gone through many different stresses. And one of the things I used to stress about things that you had to get up at 3 in the morning because I forgot.
Yeah.
Did I
Just to
did
get
I
ready.
make
Yeah.
this proposal correctly? Do I
Yeah.
need to double check on my numbers and things like
Yep.
that? And you have to let go. You have
Mm-hmm.
to close the door to work. You work
Yeah.
from X time to X time and close the door and walk away and do not look back on it.
Right.
First of all, if you're working for yourself, obviously you are not going to be able to do that. But if
Right.
you're working for somebody else, you
Mm-hmm.
should not be so stressed about somebody else's responsibilities. You get
Right.
paid to do a job.
Right.
Do that job
Right.
and only worry about the things that you are
Yeah.
able to control.
Yeah. Yeah.
If you are starting worrying about somebody else's job, then you're not going to be able to sleep. You're going to
Mm-hmm.
have problems with your heart, with your blood pressure, with your
Yeah.
anger. You're going to bring that depression, bring that anger home. And that's the last thing. How many divorces do we have? It's
Right.
because the person is unable
Right.
to leave work at work. They
Yeah.
bring it
Right.
home, they take it off on their
Right.
spouses. Spouse is upset because they are getting yelled at
Yeah.
for nothing,
Right.
and it just becomes
Right.
a real issue.
Right.
So be realistic. I mean,
Yeah.
what do you gain? I mean, is anything going to change?
Right. Right.
If
Right.
there's nothing you can change to do to change it, then there's
Yeah.
nothing you can do about it. Why stress about it? Now,
Right.
if you are in control of something, then you can make the change. It is your choice
Right.
to make a change to change the situation. But you
Yeah.
cannot force somebody else to change.
Nope.
You cannot force
Nope.
somebody else to to do
Yeah.
their job.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah. Exactly.
their problem.
Yeah, exactly. Matter of fact, Jennifer, guys, I'm going to be very transparent with you. I had to analyze myself. I got one of my mentors, Jennifer. He said, focus on you. Don't
Hmm.
worry about what the wife didn't do, what the children didn't do, what the boss didn't do, what your pastor didn't do, whatever. You focus on what you have to do to improve yourself. And that's what I'm doing, guys. I'm working on me. Jennifer just mentioned it. You cannot change nobody. I don't care if it's right or wrong. It don't matter. You work on you and let the other folks work on them. Now, they may need some help, but I can't force the help on them either.
Exactly. Hmm.
Cannot
You
do that.
can't force it.
Can't
I
do it.
mean, you can give them direction, give them an
Yeah,
opinion, but at the end of the day,
that's right.
it's their decision.
Absolutely. Jennifer, that's one of the top 10 as well. It talks about guys' relationship and family struggles. That's another one of the top ones. Now, guys, we're talking, if you're just joining us, we're talking with Jennifer on the Man Cave, I Am Magazine, Men's Division Man Cave, about men's mental illness and wellness today. And the other area, guys, is relationships and family struggles. We talk about communication, right? Guys, we don't communicate too well sometimes with our spouse specifically, right? We don't do that. We don't tell them we're really hurting inside. But I think part of the challenge, though, Jennifer, is that we want a solution. Guys want solutions, and our spouse may not be qualified for that. She said, "Why are you telling me all this? I don't know what to do with that. Go get some help or something." So communication is a big one for us guys. So that means we got to get some help in that area. And I don't mean going outside the marriage, right, to get communication either, right, guys? That means you don't go out and act crazy, because some women will be glad to help you outside your marriage. You don't do that. Okay, we don't do that. So communication is important. Intimacy, right? Being intimate with your partner as well, your spouse as well is important. So all that's got to be balanced. But some of this stuff has to be done in house, though, as you know, Jennifer. We cannot go to everybody to ask for, information about my marriage. You need to handle it with your people, with your own spouse. That's
Exactly.
the
And that's
problem.
where communication is so
Yeah.
important because
Yeah.
in reality, women,
Yeah.
as much as men,
Yeah.
think that the other person knows how you're feeling.
Right.
But in reality, especially if you have children,
No. No
you
way.
know that the focus goes on the kids more than
Yeah.
anything else. They are
Yeah.
oblivious about what something else is going on. So it's
Yep.
important for the spouse to be
Yeah.
clear on
Yeah.
their on and how you communicate that as well. If you this is how I feel and this is because I feel this is what
Yeah.
makes me feel this way.
Yeah.
Or when you do this, it makes me feel like you don't care about what you're. And so when you are clear
Yeah.
of what what is causing the feelings that you are making feel and what would make it better.
Yeah.
So don't just say, when you don't say good morning in the morning, when you wake up, makes me feel like you don't care about me.
Right.
I would like if you would say good morning to me when you get out of bed. So here you have what is making you feel X and how can you fix it?
Right.
So the communication has to be not like, oh, what's wrong with you? Nothing.
Right.
Nothing. If you, I am very literal. I'm one of my husband says he never has to guess with me. I always tell him, I say what I mean, and I mean what I say.
Right.
That's the way you have to approach communication.
Mm-hmm.
This is what I need from you, and right now you're not giving it to me.
Right.
Let's compromise. Okay, if you can't do the whole package, let's compromise. Let's work a middle thing. When you are willing to have a conversation and when you're willing to compromise and come in the middle, that's great. And a lot of people say relationships are 50-50. They are not 50-50. Each person has to give 100%.
There you go, Jennifer. Yes, ma'am. That's right. That's exactly right, ma'am. I love it. I agree with you 1,000% on that. Hey, guys, if you're just joining us, this is a live broadcast with Jennifer Thompson, one of the co-founders of ION Magazine. Guys, this is the men's division. Kevin Vaughan here with you, director of the men's division. This is the Man Cave. Hey, guys, we're talking about mental health. But Jennifer, also, before I give you some other information, guys, I want you guys who are qualified to come talk about this, okay? Men's mental health and wellness. I want all you doctors, psychiatrists, all the above to talk about this in the magazine, on the cover, whatever we want to do. I want you guys, and we're going to be finding you guys around the globe. If you are a PhD or higher, I want you guys to come in and help us solve this problem, because most of the time, Jennifer, I just didn't know what to do. As a man, I just didn't know, I'm not going to go talk to everybody about my own marriage or about my own children. I need to figure out, I may get some counsel, right? Maybe, but I ain't going to go try, spill out everything and say, oh, she's a bad person. I married the wrong person or something. You don't do that. Some people go to their in-laws, which is, I guess that's okay up to a point, but don't go outside your marriage is what I'm saying, trying to fix stuff. You better try to fix that inside your marriage, or you may not be married very long, because people say, you talking to your mother more than me, that type of thing. So,
that's a problem, because if you're not talking to your wife, she cannot guess. She's not going to guess, or he's not going to guess what to make better.
That's right.
Things better. Anita Page, just join us. Thank you, Anita, for watching us. And Anita, the Biz Coach.
Yeah, Coach. Yeah, shout out to the coach. Coach, we love you out there. Thank you so much for being with us today. Hey, guys, as we continue here on men's mental health and wellness, Jennifer, some of this you already know, but this is some of the top areas. Loneliness and social isolation. This is for the guys. One of the fastest growing global issues. This is global, guys. Men often have smaller emotion support networks. We know that already. Yes. We are going to fix that one, aren't we? To the best of our ability. We're going to add it, make it where it's at least large for sure. So the magazine is a great way to do that, guys. So guys, I want you guys to submit those articles. I want you to become on the podcast. I don't care what time of day. I know we got 6-7 hour differences around the globe. Call me, guys. Text me. We'll give you that information before we leave today, so we can have you on the program. I've gotten up 3 o'clock in the morning just to do a podcast for those over in Europe, over in Asia. So whatever we got to do, guys, to give us some input. But I want you to be qualified, okay? You have to be qualified to do that. We're going to talk about solutions in mental health. Also, too, Jennifer, I'm looking at my notes here. Men often have smaller emotional support, as we mentioned earlier. How about this? Fewer deep friendships. Mm-hmm. Guys, we don't have enough friends.
That's true.
Oh,
it is true. And it's so important. And, that's one of the difference between men and women. Women build long-lasting relationships that are deeper. Right. I have friends from middle school, from elementary school that I still talk to, that every time that we can, we get together and we share our experiences and our feelings. But for men, and this it comes again to societal expectations, they are expected to behave in such a way. So when
Right.
men get together, what did they talk about?
Yeah.
Mundane things,
Yeah.
work, sports,
Basketball. Yeah.
basketball,
Yeah.
exactly. Things that do not matter, that is
No.
just
Come on.
opinions that are
Yeah.
superficial. They
Right.
don't have that deep conversation, and you
Right.
have to have a deep conversation, even if you have that one friend that you
Yeah.
can be honest with.
Yeah.
And the
Yeah.
minute that you bring a conversation that is honest with, I can
Mm-hmm.
guarantee you that other person, it's going to say, by the way, I needed somebody to talk to me, or I needed to talk to somebody too. But
Yeah.
there is the lack of connection there with other, in between men, is because of the societal expectations that we have, the
Yeah.
generational pressures that we have
Yeah.
within, confined within each gender.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So it's
Mm-hmm.
important for men to
Yeah.
take
Yeah.
that step of
Yeah.
trust
Yeah.
and build that one relationship with one, two guys, whatever it
Right.
is. Bring
Absolutely.
the conversation outside of the sports, the politics, or the
Yeah.
what's nice with the weather, or what do you think about you know
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's powerful. Yeah, guys, and I
money.
know God, and Jeff, I know guys, it takes a minute. You can't, you just can't make a friend overnight, obviously, right? But guys,
Mhm.
I do want to encourage you. One of the best books I read, Jennifer, years ago is by Dale Carnegie. I just looked it up again. Dale Carnegie, How to Win Friends and Influence People. That's
Mhm.
one of it helped me tremendously on how to make a friend. I think that's part of the challenge. We don't know how to do that.
Mhm.
Even with your spouse, guys, be a friend. How about that? Be a undying friend first, and then of course you're married as well. But be a friend to that marriage, if you will. That's so important. But that's something
Yeah.
that we're not taught in school, Jennifer. As you know, we're not taught in the church. Community. Mom and dad didn't bring it up. They may have had a great marriage and great, but they didn't tell us how to really become a
Mhm.
friend in a marriage, even though they had great marriages themselves. But we just don't know, guys, and that's why we're here today. That's why the magazine is here, guys. We are here to put this in writing here on the podcast, guys. Put you on the cover of a feature so you can talk about that as well, guys. It's on top of that. But guys, as we get ready to roll out here in a little bit, I want to share this statistic with you guys. This is for men's mental health and wellness. And some of this you already know, Jennifer, over 1 billion people worldwide live in mental health conditions. 1 billion. Wow. That's that's a lot of people. Was it? That's 8.6. That's 1/8 of our nation. It's probably more than that, right?
Absolutely. I think that is
Yeah,
completely understated.
yeah, that's understated. Yeah, it's just a global insight, but no doubt about it. Men are less likely. Matter of fact, half the planet is men and the other half is women, as far as population. So I do know that a little bit. Men are less likely to seek help. That's because we weren't trained to do any help. Our goal was to figure it out, Jennifer. I'm a man. I don't need nobody's help. I'll figure it out. And sometimes we don't. Sometimes we do, even when struggling. So symptoms that men often appear as anger. We talked about that today, guys. Risk taking, substance abuse, guys, right, or use, and then withdrawal. Wow, that part right there, the withdrawal is really bothering me because some guys think they need to leave their family, right, by suicide. And guys, that is unacceptable. So guys, even right now, if somebody, Jennifer, is thinking about men and women now, for that matter, if you're thinking about suicide, please call that 988 number or 911 number. This is very serious. And the reason why, because your life is very precious. Okay, that's the first thing. Please know that you're hearing it from us. Your life is precious. You may need some help. I know you may have the thoughts of suicide even right now, but I want you to call 988 to get some help. 988, get that phone out if you need to do that right this second, do that, or 911 for emergencies, guys. But we're talking about just some of the areas that we want you to be a part of, guys, in the magazine to share how you overcome it, right? We want to know that, Jennifer, how you're dealing
Absolutely.
with it. Maybe you have some ways that you need to share with us, all those who are licensed and certified. We want you to come on and talk about these areas, how to recognize issues in men, how to recognize how to what some of the solutions may be as well. And we didn't even talk about our young men, Jennifer, yet, our young adults. So we're talking about our young men as well. They need some help on top of the older guys, no doubt about that. Wow.
The young ones are probably,
Yeah,
a very high risk
yeah,
population right now. They
yeah,
are so lost.
yeah,
The opportunities that we had before are no longer there. And
right, yeah,
there's less jobs with AI right now.
right,
They're losing faith. They're losing hope.
yep,
on their future, and it is
Yeah.
important for us to
Yeah.
show them that there is light at the end of the
Right.
tunnel.
Absolutely. And guys, you can call me. I'm gonna give you my number and email address later on. But guys, seriously though, if you need some help, if I don't know, I'm gonna find out for you. Specifically too, Jennifer, we're gonna be doing something on careers and jobs and businesses that are available. But guess what though, Jennifer? They gotta do their homework. Nobody's gonna go get the job for you, okay? You have to go get these jobs. There's jobs out there, but guys, you cannot be lazy. Okay, you cannot be lazy. You have to go and apply, contact. I can give you some information on how to get some of these jobs around the city, around your state, wherever you're at, specifically in the United States, specifically only. But there's jobs all over the place. But guys, you're going to have to figure out how to make it happen. And everything is on our phone today, Jennifer. As you know, there's no excuse for information today. That's why we're talking about that. There's no excuse for information today. None.
Yep.
Zero.
That is correct. There is everything is at the tip of our hands. And you know what? If you can't find a job, create one for yourself.
There you go. There you go, Jennifer. That's right. Because our minds are great, right? We got wonderful minds. You got to come up with, I don't care if it's cutting lawn.
That's right.
Clearing some people's roofs off. Get yourself a water pressure and start cleaning some people's lawns out, or sidewalks, whatever. Go to the city. Say, city, I want to clean up these sidewalks with my water pressure. Get a contract. You probably get a contract with the city and clean up all the sidewalks because they ain't doing it themselves.
Exactly. Yes, and they most likely will do it. We'll give you some kind. There's tons of resources out there. Look on the government websites, and they subcontract a lot of their things. So if you can't find a job, create one for
you. Exactly.
Go research who is giving out contracts and make yourself a company that is going to create that. There's so many different fields.
So many options.
Gracious, dude.
Yeah, absolutely. And Jennifer, I believe that the universe, if you will, people, community will recognize you if you're aggressive, if you go out and get it. Don't look for no handouts, look for the hand up, okay? But go make it happen, guys. I've seen it happen. But guess what? Even neighborhood, the homeowners association, they'll help you if you're willing to cut some grass and paint some posts or whatever, painting, whatever. I did that when I was growing up, painting and learn how to paint rooms, whatever you can do for somebody else. As long as they'll pay you, you can do it for free if you want to, but the goal is to make sure you get busy. Guys, there's no excuse. I got one gentleman, Jennifer, he's going to take his truck and be a little moving company for a while on the weekends, So whatever.
Put away furniture, how many people are trying to get rid of old things and they don't have a truck.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Get one of those little, trucks from Home Depot and hook it up and go. Do some junk removal for other people.
Absolutely. Hey, guys, this is I Am Magazine, Men's Division, the Man Cave. Today, our wonderful guest there is Jennifer Thompson, co-founder. Hey, guys, we're going to wrap up here. I want to give today just a little overview, guys. We've been talking about the anthology, guys. I want you guys to go to the website. Everything is there. Go to the website. We've been talking about being a part of the magazine, guys, as well. Be a contributor, sponsor, be a featured on the label, on the magazine itself as well. And today we talked about our topics and information on mental health. But I want to give Jennifer any final thoughts and takeaways today, Jennifer, before we wind up. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Kevin, for having me here. But the last thing that I want to tell you guys is that there is nothing in this world that cannot be fixed. You have to look at obstacles as opportunities because that is opportunity for growth. So when you tackle it as an opportunity, that obstacle becomes obsolete or just.
Absolutely. I thank you so much for your time today. Hey, I give a shout out to all the Men Division men that are doing their thing today as well. They support us as well behind the background. I talked to Mr. Alexander today. He's out. I think he's in Kentucky today at the Derby today, so he couldn't join me today, but he said he'll be on next time. We're going to interview him again about his wonderful book. But guys, we're going to bring you on. We want to bring you on and talk about what you do. And then we're going to go right into what the magazine is all about, right? Because we're going to talk about, how important it is to support each other, right? How important it is to mentor. We're going to talk about coaching in the future, right? You got to have a coach. Guys, make sure you get a coach or a mentor in your life, right? Somebody that can help you navigate or share some information. Also, you're going to need a confidant, right? Jennifer, they're going to need a confidant, somebody you can talk to in private. You can give your car keys, your house keys to that you trust. You're going to need somebody in your life that can help you, just that you trust. Because sometimes you say, I can't get home. Can you let my people in? Can you let my children in? And you trust them, to do that type of thing. So please be a part of that, guys, as well. Hey, guys, I want you guys to contact me at 404-401-0233 if you want to be on the program, 404-401-0233. And guys, if you want to be on and part of the magazine, go there. There it is right there. Guys, not only do I want you to check it out, but I want you to share it out too, Jennifer. I want them to share it out on all their social media platforms. That's how we grow. We want a tremendous community of men all around the globe, no matter where you're at, what your background is. We want to come together to solve the problems of men today and also encourage men and empowers men as well. Wow. Jennifer, we thank you for your leadership today. Thank you so much for being with us today, and give love to you, dear. We love her so much, and we know she would have been here, guys, but she is the founder and CEO along with her sister, co-founder of the IamMagazine.com. Jennifer, this has been incredible. We could be here for hours just talking about mental health, but we're not going to do that to y'all today. But I do want you guys to share this out, and we'll see you next time. Hey, guys, don't forget, you guys, we're here on every first Saturday of each month, but we don't have to wait for you guys to be on, right? Because we're getting so much requests now. We can do stuff throughout the week or whenever you're available, but we do have to schedule it. Okay. So guys, I want you to be on the podcast, talk about certain topics. We can do panel discussions, webinars, teaching, training, business, education, whatever you guys want to do. Let's do it, because it's all part of the Men's Division Network. Jennifer, thank you so much for your time today. Wow.
Thank you so much for having me. I am looking forward to more conversations like this.
Oh, always. And ladies and gentlemen, we're just excited about you as well. And ladies, if you're listening, if you got some men or some kings in your family, make sure you share this out to your kings in your family as well. The men, including your nephews and uncles, things like that. People, mom and dad, of course, as well. But make sure they get this as well. We'll see you next time. Hey, guys, this is Kevin Vaughan along with Jennifer Thompson on IamMagazine.com, Men's Division. This is the Man Cave Podcast Global. We'll see you next time. Thank you so much, guys. And don't forget to share this out. And I thank you in advance. Take care, everybody. Have a great day.
Take care, everyone.
Amen. Hey, guys, be productive and be on purpose as well. Take care. Thank you so much.
Bye-bye.